Hey Nick, I was curious. In the offseason, Jeffrey Lurie said he liked that you showed passion as a head coach. He didn't want you to lose that. But considering the kind of extreme negative reaction to yesterday, have you heard from Jeffrey Lurie at all about what happened yesterday and what was his feedback?
No, Mr. Lurie and I talk every time after the game. Every time I haven't talked to him yet today. I know how supportive Mr. Lurie has been through everything. I would say this about that. What I was really doing, I was trying to bring energy yesterday, energy, enthusiasm yesterday, and I'm sorry and disappointed on how my energy was directed at the end of the game. And my energy should be all in on coaching, motivating, right, and celebrating with our guys. And so, and I got to have better wisdom and discernment of when to use that energy, and that wasn't the time. And so, we have the best fans in the world. There's no place like this, and they show up and show out no matter where they are, where we are. I can't, Brazil, Arizona, it doesn't matter. New Orleans, and in that game too, that they had two. It was loud, and I thought it was really loud, energetic, and those two false starts that the Browns got that forced a field goal instead of that. Who knows? Like they're 4th and 8, excuse me, at the 8-yard line, and then they get a penalty and they don't go for it on 4th and 13. Who knows how that goes? And so our fans brought the energy, brought the passion, brought the juice, and like I said, yeah, that's my answer to that.
Ruben, and then Jeff.
Hey, Nick, I'm wondering what made you kind of feel the way you do, what you just articulated. What made you change your mind? Because after the game, you said I was just having fun. What changed,
Sure.
and
Yeah,
were you aware of the way the fans reacted?
there's play calls in the game that you go through, and game management things that you go through and say, at the time I thought this was the right thing, and then you evaluate everything. You evaluate the way the players played. You evaluate the things that you did as a coach to get them ready to play, or the calls that you made, or the management of the game that you did. And you do the same thing with other things, which this one is.
We'll go to Jeff.
As I go out for my walk, yeah, you guys seen that video in the beginning. Hey, Sirianni, why don't you stand on it? Why don't you stand on it going after the fans? Did Jeffrey Lurie get to you? I don't know. Might have did. But look, man, the more I look at it, the more I don't have a problem with it. I think, honestly, sorry for the wind, y'all. Just going out for a walk. The more I look at it, the more I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. It's because, like, that's a Philadelphia thing. If we're gonna talk junk to him, we're gonna talk junk to the fans. Think about it. He had to deal with, during the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, during the playoff game, a fan threw popcorn at him. All off season, we was calling him, oh, trash, he should get fired. What's going on with him? And he's this psychomaniac, right? And, he got emotional. He had a whole week off. He kept hearing fans and stuff. He got to get fired after getting blown out by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But to be fair to him, he ain't had no weapons. There was no weapons out. But at the same time, me as a fan, you can't flex no Cleveland Browns win. It just wasn't a good win, man. It wasn't a good one at all. I mean, could the score been 23-9? Possibly. But they were just miscues. Kobe Dean still missing tackles. Some plays on offense still are stale. It just is what it is, and that's the cold hard truth. So while Nick Sirianni, was apologizing, I think Jeffrey Lurie and stuff came to talk to him. And he said he reevaluated what he said, and he didn't like it. So, I don't know. I think people got to him like, look, you went way off the rails. You shouldn't have did that, this and that. Which, he should have just kept his authentic thoughts. And to me, what was coward of him, to be honest, the cowardly thing is to have your kids at the press conference after you did that. And I know a lot of people saying, oh, he usually have his kids after a win, this and that. But he knew it was going to be some tough questions. But to be fair, next day, there were no kids. It was just him, Zoom call. He gave his authentic thoughts. And he's just like, yo, I just, I brought the energy. And I didn't mean to bring the energy that way. I mean, I just don't know what to think of Nick Sirianni. I don't know what to think of this guy. Do we love him? Do we hate him? Is he Philly? I don't know. But, again, you just can't flex no Browns win. Now, if we beat the Ravens, we play the Ravens in a couple weeks. Now, if you do that, and then fans talking junk to you, oh, yeah, go at them. But a Browns win? Like, come on, man. Can't flex that. Can't flex that win, man. And, hopefully Nick Sirianni stay Nick Sirianni. I'm starting to be on the player side the more I think of this. I don't want him to fake be himself. If he want to curse fans out, curse them out. They be cursing him out. Fuck y'all fans. That's how he feel. That's how he feel. But it is somewhat dangerous. I know he's probably sick of Philadelphia, and Philadelphia's probably sick of him. And I hope that's not the case, because he could low-key, he's sabotaging the team on purpose. On purpose, but something tells me he's not coming off like that. And Brandon Graham and the leaders probably spoke up like, yo, Nick Sirianni, you haven't been yourself. Be yourself. And that just unleashed another beast. So, again, Nick Sirianni, all I got to say is keep being yourself. Keep being yourself, man. It don't hurt to be yourself. I mean, talk your talk. If you won't talk your talk, I mean, you got to walk that walk. Because if you lose to the Giants, if you lose to the Bengals, the fans can be like, we told you. We told you. You should get fired. We don't know what Jeffrey Lurie and these guys are doing. So, keep talking your talk, man. Keep talking your talk. As long as you can back it up, I don't care. Coming from me, I don't care. Keep talking your talk. But again, flexing the Browns win ain't all that. Flex that Bengals win. If you get that, flex that Ravens win. Shit. Beat the Cowboys twice. Flex those wins. But the Browns 20-16, don't flex that win. They're gonna say you want to know some BS. You want to know some BS, man. All go routes to AJ Brown. I mean, be more creative. I get it. It was a lot of one-on-ones. But be more creative, man. That's all we ask for. Like, we see, like, the roster is a Super Bowl roster, and we feel like the play calling is holding it back. And we seen stuff from last year after we was damn near promised that Kellen Moore will have 100% of the play calling. And I'm thinking your ego's getting in the way. I think your ego getting in the way, man. But again, if that's Sirianni and he want to talk his talk and talk like that, let him. Let him talk like that. Because if he get his face blown off, the same thing's going to be happening. Fire his ass until he get fired. The same chance going to happen. But if he win, he been in Philadelphia for a couple years now. You know, if you start winning, you don't get the fans on your side. And you can't say it's a yin and a yang. You can't say, oh, yeah, I like when we cheer, but when we boo, it's not counterproductive. It is. If you're playing good, we're going to let you know. Playing bad, we're going to let you know. And so far, this past 2 years, haven't been good. So hopefully Nick Sirianni can turn it around. But me looking at it now, while the emotions is settled, flex. Do what you want. But you flex the Browns one. They ain't all that, man. They ain't all that impressive. But just took a walk around the campus. And this is Eagle Owl, man.